Hey boys and girls, just going to make another video. We're just going to have a look at different functions, graphing different functions. So I've got this equation here, y equals 1 over x take 2. So what we found today is if we are to graph this function, have a look at it on a graphics calculator, this here actually moves asymptote across to the right 2 units. Okay, so right 2 units. So when I'm to draw this now, okay, what happens is when I draw it, I have to move everything across 2 units to the right. Okay, so just drawing my graph here. If I go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I have to now move this asymptote. We had the asymptote at 0 and 0. Now we have it at this 2 units across. Okay, this function is still the same as the function we saw prior in the first video, where I can still sub in values for x and find out what they equal. Alright, so we saw in the previous video that I put in some random values, so I've done so again here, and I've put in these values 2 units across from where I had the old ones. So if you go watch my old videos, this should have been like -2. Okay, I'm now 2 across, and I'm at 0. So when x is 0, y equals minus 0.5. So that will be in there. Okay, when x is 0, y is minus 0.5. At 1, okay, it should be 1, minus 1, sorry. And at 1.5, it will be minus 2. And we can see our curve. Okay, looks something like that. Remember, our vertical asymptote is still at 0 here. Okay, so our horizontal asymptote has moved across. Okay, vertical asymptote still 0. Y equals 0 there. All right, let's have a look at the other side. So at 2.5, okay, we will have a value of 2. At 3, we'll have a value of 1, and at 4, we'll have a value of 0.5, and we'll have a nice curve there as well. Okay, so that's how I can sketch these. I've put in the values, and remember we've moved to the right 2 units because of that -2 there. All right, let's have a look at another example. Okay, we're going to have a look at this equation here. Y equals 2 over x take 4 plus 1. Okay, there's a little bit more to this one. So, as we know, that -4 is going to do what? It's going to drag our asymptote across to the right 4 places. What's this going to do you think? Okay, add 1. Well, if y equals that, what do you think that's going to do to your asymptote there? Have a think about it. Okay, so what I've done is I've put in some values for x. So I've started with when x is 0, if you substitute that in, you get 2 over 0 take 4, which is 2 over -4. Okay, 2 over -4 is, of course, minus a half. Add 1 and you get a half. So I'll draw that out for you. So we get a half there. Okay, when x is 2, okay, 2 take 4, that is, of course, minus 1. Add 1 is 0. Okay, and then we get when x is 3, 3 take 4, negative 1, which is -2. Okay, 2 divided -1 is -2. Add 1 is -1. And we get this nice curve once again. Alright, we'll do some values over this side and we'll get a nice curve up here as well. Alright, so when I substitute in the x value of 5, okay, I just went 1 over from here. Okay, I get the y value of 3. Alright, and then at 6 it's 2, and then at 8 it's 1.5. Again, a nice curve. So hopefully this is helping you graph some of these functions and you're starting to realize what these do. So this value here is moving our asymptotes across to the right. What's this one here doing? This is actually moving our asymptote up 1. Okay, so hopefully this video helps you graph some of these functions. Yell out if you get stuck.